Okay, hi everybody. This Shiur, B'ezrat Hashem, they are third in the Zohar series, Ateret Shlomo. It's going to be B'zchut Avraham Chai Avi Ben Aviva. B'ezrat Hashem should be a zivug hagon for him, and all the Tormim and Messiahim, all the brachot. Amen. Today we want to talk about a piece in the Zohar Kadosh that talks about Reb Chia going up to Shamayim and meeting Rabbi Shlomo Ben Yochai in the yeshiva of Shelema. Now, just a little introduction. After we all know that in Judaism, that after a person passes away after 120, it's just the beginning. Meaning, we're here for 120 years to do mitzvot, and in order to learn Torah and to be zocheh, to have the merit to go to Olam Haba. So all the tzaddikim already passed away. They're in Gan Eden and enjoying the ziv of the Shekhinah and enjoying the sachar. They're getting the reward for all the Torah they learned and all the things they did in this world. Now Rav Chia, who was a borderline Tana Amora, he actually he's called a Tana Upalig, meaning that he could be Palig, he could have a machlok with Tanaim, but he was also borderline Amoraim. Now, what's special about Rav Chia is that him, a story is brought down in the Gemara, that him and his two sons, they were extremely righteous in this generation. They lived in the generation of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, who redacted the Mishnah. And there was a time that Rabbi Yehuda Nasi used to meet Eliyahu Navi, used to come and teach him Torah. And one day he came a little late. So Rabbi Yehuda Nasi asked him, "Why are you late? What happened today?" He said, "I was washing the hands of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov." So he had to wait for each of them one at a time. He's like, "Why don't you do it three at a time, all together in one shot? Why do you have to wait for this Abraham to wake up, wash his hand, and then Isaac to wash his hand, and Yaakov?" So he said, "Because if I do that, the Moshiach will come already. I can't do it in one time." Baruch haba. Chashuvim. Alechem ha'olam obdim. As kacha. It doesn't work like that. So let's see. So Rabbi Yehuda Nasi asks, is there anybody in this generation that could also bring the Moshiach with his righteousness? He says, yes, Reb Chia and his two sons. If they become Chazan, Reb Chia will become the Shaliach Sibur, and next to him are standing his sons Chizkiah and Yehuda, and they're leading the congregation in Tefillah. Moshiach will come. So sure enough, Rabbi Yehuda Nasi ran and he got him to become Chazan Shaliach Sibur, and they started saying, Hashem Safadai Tiftach, and they got to Moshiach Ruach. All of a sudden, all the winds started blowing, and Ototo, they were getting to Techiyat HaMetim, Baruch Atah Hashem Mechiyah HaMetim, and from Shamayim, the Batko came out, who gave this raz, who gave this secret to my children, that if Reb Chia and his two sons become Shaliach Sibur, then Moshiach will come. Immediately they said Eliyahu Navi, and Eliyahu Navi, since the time had not come, they gave him a punishment of 60 lashes of fire. Don't ask me what that means. Upstairs, and he came in the form of a dove, in the form of a bear, and he disrupted the whole congregation over there. And the Maharsha asked, why did he come back as a dove? Because a dove, when he wants to kill somebody, it raises his right hand and scratches the heart. It goes for the heart, to give the siman to the generation that your heart is not enough with Avichem Shabashamayim. In order for Moshiach to come, you have to give your whole heart to Hashem. You have to be sad for the Shekhinah that's inside. You have to be ready. Why do we want Moshiach to come? And this is the subject of this shiur today. Is it because we want to have another villa, we want to have another car, another vacation, or because of the pain of the divine presence? That whenever Moshiach has not come yet, like a mother is going through the pain, that when she sees her son going through pains, the mother is also hurt. So too, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Shekhinah, is in pain until Moshiach comes. Okay, with that, we're going to start the shiur now. Rabbi Chia, he wanted to see, he lived a few generations after Rabbi Shlomo Ben Rivkah passed away, but he wanted to see what Rabbi Shimchon Ben Yochai and his son Rabbi Lazar, were they holding upstairs? So you think it's easy? Just to see Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in your dream? He fasted 40 nights, 40 days. Nights he ate. 40 days. Why 40? We all know 40 is a very special number in Judaism. It takes 40 days for the child to develop. Before 40 days is not really viable. The 40 days that Moshe Rabbeinu went to get the Torah. 40 is the 40 days that we had the rain of the Mabul. The 40 days that Eliyahu Navi walked in the desert to get to Har Sinai. We see this number of 40 repeating itself. 40 is a special number. A lot of people also have the custom to go to the Kotel for 40 days for Shidduch or for Zivuk Agon. So 40, we see that it's a special number. In the Zohar also, Rabbi Chia fasted for 40 days, and they came to him in a dream. They said, your 40 days is not enough to see Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. He fasted another 40 days. What will you do? You just throw in the towel. No. Rabbi Chia, because he wanted so much to see Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai where he's holding upstairs, so obviously he wants to tell about it to his Talmidim, to himself, to Mitchazek. Finally, after 40 days, they give him permission to go upstairs. Alive, especially in the spiritual sense. He goes upstairs, and he sees the Beit Midrash of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his son Rabbi Lazar. Just like over here, we're sitting here, we have a Beit Midrash here, Rabbi Obadiah's house. Upstairs also they have yeshivot. And based on the level of the Torah and the righteousness that you did, Gemilut Chasadim, so they will put you in that yeshiva upstairs. Not all yeshivas are the same. So he saw that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's yeshiva is the highest upstairs. And who's going to his yeshiva? Not other than, I can't say the name, we say Mem Tetzar Panim. Mem Tetzar Panim is the highest ranking angel upstairs. Who is he? We know that he's none other than Chanoch. In the time of, before the flood, there was a lot of bad things were going around. People were going off the derech, doing a lot of bad things. Like today, basically. Although today, Rab Dayan told me that if you said something about Dor Mabul, it would be Lashon Hara on their time. Because how low we got on this time. But on the other hand, the opportunity to go and pass the test in this generation, the Sachar is going to be much more. Anyway, so over there, Chanoch, Hashem saw that if he's a righteous person, but if he sticks around with his with everybody around him, he's going to obviously, the environment influences a person. So he took him before his time. It says Hashem Elokim lakach oto ve'eneno, must be eneno. He passed away? No. He took him upstairs alive, and he had the zuchut, the merit of being one of the only two people to go upstairs alive, the other one being Eliyahu Navi, and their body. And he became the highest ranking angel, closest to the closest you get to Hashem. Again, don't ask me what that means, but this was the angel that he saw, Rabbi Chia saw, that going into the Beit Midrash of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai saw Rabbi Chia. He says, you're allowed to come in. And Rabbi Chia saw the face of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and Rabbi Lazar Beno like the light of the Shemesh. You could barely look at him. It was blinding. That's the schar, just something we can understand. Obviously, spiritual delights upstairs, we can't understand this. It says in the Gemara that all the delights of this world, if you take it from the beginning of time to the end of time of everybody, billions of people, all the pleasure that they have, it doesn't come close to 1 hour of Olam Haba. What that means, I don't know. But at least that's the closest, that's some kind of a symbol, some kind of a indication they gave us what it means. Okay, so he goes upstairs, finally sees Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. They told him to look down. You're not allowed to look at Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai's face. Meaning, even though we let you come up here, the tzaddikim go on such a high level. You think you see a tzaddik over here today, Rabbi Vad Yosef, you could see him over here giving shiurim. You could get a bracha from him. Upstairs after G20, you'd be lucky if you become the dust under his feet. Rabbi Chia, Tamar Tanakh Kadosh, he couldn't even look at him, they told him. They have to look down. Just see a little of indication what it means. When a person wants to do Chas V'Shalom, is Yetzirah wants to do him to Averah, think 10,000 times, why should I lose out on a stupid bottle of Coke for life of eternity? Okay, going back to our thing over here, our Shiur. Rabbi Shion tells Rabbi Chia to come in, and he tells him who is the person who has the merit to come to Olam Haba, to get to these levels. You know that in Judaism we have 3 levels of Olam Haba. Kol Yisrael Yishlam Chedek L'Olam Haba. Everybody born Jewish, if he doesn't mess up, a lot of people get this wrong. Just like a person has a Chedek in Olam Haba, he could also lose his Chedek in Olam Haba by doing Averot and not doing Teshuvah. If you do Teshuvah, you get your Chedek back. That's the lowest level. He has a portion. Next level is Mezuman L'Chay Olam Haba. Like Rabbi Kiva v'Chaverav. Yeah? Rabbi Kiva on a very high level, meaning that he has a special invitation to come to the banquet. Yeah, you go to the banquet, the man standing at the door, can I see your ticket? I don't have a ticket. Punch in the face. Get out of here. It doesn't work that way. If you want the ticket, you got to work for it right now here by doing mitzvah and learning the Torah. Excuse my language, but just to understand a little bit what we're talking about. Next, the highest form is to be a Ben Olam Haba. Ben Olam Haba means you are the son of Olam Haba, meaning just like a father allows his son to come and talk to him all the time, so too a son could go to Olam Haba and be as close as you can, like Rabbi Shimon and Rabbi Lazar and all the tzaddikim that are up there. So these are the 3 levels. What do you have to do to get there? He tells them, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, it was a show that this woman who came from a poor background, she got married to a prince, and the prince is bringing her home, and they get to the home and says, wow, what a beautiful house you have. Like, that's not our house. That's the Evet's house. My house is there. And she looks up, she sees a huge palace. So too, the difference is between Chelek Olam Haba, Mezuman Chelek Olam Haba, and also Ben Olam Haba is the difference between the house of the Evet and the huge palace. Okay? Now that we understand that, what do you have to do to get there? One is to learn Torah any minute that you have, and to be mitkaber, to overcome your Yitzhahara. Summertime right now, there's a woman passing by, mitkaber, don't look at her. All these things are very big. Or a woman in sinut, it's very hot outside. Should I put the extra, should I close the extra button? Yes, you should. Oh, but I'm going to sweat. That sweat is going to be your tal for Olam Haba. It's going to be your Techiyat HaMetim. So learning Torah, mitgaber, and doing Gemilut Chasadim, these are the things that are going to bring us to the level of Ben Olam Haba. Okay, very nice. And then he saw the Moshiach, none other than the Moshiach, come to Rabbi Shlomo Bar Yochai's portion over there. And he was shocked, Rabbi Chia. And the Moshiach says to Rabbi Shlomo Bar Yochai, Ashrecha Rabbi Shlomo Bar Yochai, that all the tzaddikim, I give them the stamp of approval of the Torah that are learning. But you, Hashem, Yitbarach, He Himself, whatever you write, He gives the haskama that is very, very, He likes your Torah, and it makes a big, big impression upstairs. This is the love of Rabbi Shlomo Bar Yochai, a little bit that we can see. Melech Moshiach, he asked Mem Tetzar Panim, that he was already there. He's like, why did you hear when you were close to as close as you get to HaKadosh Baruch Hu? He says that he heard that the Hashem is saying that He will not forget the Shekhinah Kadosha. He will not forget to bring the Geula at the right time, and He knows how much the Shekhinah is in Sar. That is the children of the Am Yisrael, the children of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When you're in pain, the Shekhinah is in pain, like we started out saying. And when Moshiach heard this, he started crying also, and there was like a huge earthquake upstairs. And Moshiach, when he's crying, it's not like you and I are crying, because he also wants to come and to bring the final Geula. But the appointed time has not come yet. Like Shiur Hashem says, that do not awaken the love until it comes. Obviously, we have to pray for it, and we have to be mesapeh for it. But finally, when it comes, B'ezrat Hashem, the crying of the Sar of the Shekhinah will be over, and the Moshiach's Sar is also will be over. Okay, that's very nice. After that, Rav Chia, Moshiach says, what is he doing over here? What is he doing over here? He's still alive. We're still alive. And he told them, Rabbi Shlomo Ben Rivkah, he fasted 80 days to come upstairs. He said, okay, so let him come upstairs with his sons, meaning his time is finished. But Rabbi Shlomo Ben Rivkah came and prayed for him in front of Moshiach and says, no. He needs more time downstairs. The more time he has downstairs to do mitzvot and Torah, the higher level he could get to in Olam Haba. So they let Rabbi Chia go back, and he came and he told the Shvachim and all the beautiful things that he saw, that how much tzaddikim, they're getting married in the world to come. Now it could be over here, they're being spat on, they're being called parasites, a pathetic excuse for life, come join the army. This is the army! They don't understand. All the success that we have out there in Azan, Hezbollah, whatever it is, if it wasn't for the Torah that we're learning, or this Shiur right now, the Zohar Kadosh, this is what's giving us the success in order to the final goal to come. So we learn from this the few things that Rabbi Chia brought back from upstairs. One is that a person who wants to be Ben Olam Haba, to be Gaber the Yetzirah, to overcome the Yetzirah, not to look at the things he shouldn't be looking at. The woman to be tznuah, to be modest in their dress wear, as hard as it may be, and also to learn Torah and to do a lot of Gimrat Chasadim. This is the time to do it. And of course, to always to be Bekavel Sapot for the Yeshua, to always pray that the Moshiach should come, not for you and me. That's also on the way. But specifically for the Sar of the Shekhinah, that the Shekhinah should not be in Sar. Hashem says, you worry about my Sar, I'm going to take care of you when the Moshiach comes, and I'll save you. Bezat Hashem, with all this, you'll be Zocher to the final Geula, B'mher Avenu B'chetzav Rachamim. Learn the lessons that we have to be learning. Learn Torah. The woman to be Sanua. Bezat Hashem, we should have the final redemption with health and happiness, with Chesed Rachamim B'Amenu Amen.